Plus, it's officially summer, so
Yay! Happy first day of summer, although it doesn't look like it outside.
the same here in LA. It's gloomy actually here.
Yeah. Well, June gloom, right?
Yeah, exactly. All right, ready?
I think
We
so.
haven't officially started. All right, all right. I don't have an intro yet. I've been thinking about the intro because I've been planning to put the whole entire program. And what the? I'm like,
What,
what
what,
is
why, why are you so,
I
you're
was,
glowing?
I was glowing. See, it's Martian. It's Martian day. What was I gonna say? I get distracted all the time, but
Your
yeah,
intro? I don't
I have an intro yet. Everybody's asking me like, "What's your official intro? Like, what's your podcast name? Like officially? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't care. I'm like doing it for myself. I'm not doing it for like for business purposes, you know. But anyways, time for you to be my podcast, ladies and gents. One of my doing. What are you getting?
I was taking a tag off of the thing. There was a tag on here.
I didn't even know.
Now it's
I'm
glaring.
I'm glooming again. It's fine. I can always edit this video because look at me. I'm like glowing again. It's my mic.
That's glowing. Let me move.
Oh
I'm
yeah, that's
trying to move it so that you can't see the mess in the.
too late, sweets.
It's not messy, but yeah. Okay.
I'm just playing with you. Your room's never messy. Stop it. You're being OC. All right.
I
Oh,
forgot the questions.
there was no question. I was still in the introduction. Let me adjust my camera. All right. Well, I was saying about time for you, my dear friend, to be my podcast. Less, less in the house, my friends. How are you?
I'm good. I'm happy to see your face.
I know you too, love. I know I was editing our videos, but like I said, I just post whenever I can
Yeah.
because me and my work. I'm just basically married with my work now.
Did you work today?
Yes, this morning.
Really?
I work.
I miss work.
Careful what you wish for.
Oh, well.
I was in the introduction. Hold on. So, let's hear my friend. Ever since I don't even know how many years we've been friends. Sweets. Do you? Who's counting?
I want to say, oh my gosh, at least 10 years now, maybe?
It right? I was gonna say yeah, 10. Yeah,
Because
because
when I was at that place, I think it was 2010.
you don't want to say the name of the place.
No, that's in the past. No credit.
Exactly.
Um, I mean, yeah. But yeah, I think it was the end of 2010.
Oh damn. Yeah, but yeah, a long ass time ago, we've been
Yes.
forever, and we travel all the time too with the rest of the girls. Yeah, like I'm saying, it's about time for you to be on my podcast. Sorry for the delay, just so much going on. But yeah, I'm so happy to see you too. The last time was Yosemite. No, yeah, right.
I believe so. Crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then 2 weeks or a week after that too, my work got shut down and Epic got sent to work from home. So yeah, happened real quick. That's crazy.
At least you got away before it all started.
Exactly. Yeah, because I think that's the yeah. Short after that, me and Ricardo, one of my good friends at work. Yeah, that's when we went camping to like let's go. Like
I know, and that looked fun too.
my God, I'm so glad we did that. We can't wait. I just can't camp during summer. I just
It's too hot.
yeah, that the mosquitoes. I can't, man. They'll eat me alive.
Oh, me too. And now it's even scary. I'm I'm afraid of the mosquitoes right now because they found some mosquitoes. I think it was like Black Mountain area. So that's like down the street from me, right? Um, they found mosquitoes with West Nile.
What did you say?
You know how they set those traps?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they pulled the traps, not here, but off Black Mountain somewhere. Um, they pulled the traps and they tested it, and some of the mosquitoes had West Nile.
Stop it right
So,
there.
no, seriously, this was probably 2 weeks ago.
I can't. How come? Was it in the news?
Yeah, it was on the news, but they pick and choose what they want to put on the news. So it was just really quick, but that's out there, just so you know.
Oh my God, I can't.
So I
Res-
try, like, they say to stay indoors or try not to be outdoors at sundown, right? Um, to avoid the mosquitoes. I try not to go
Mm,
out there,
I
even in the backyard, because all the plants. So yeah, I just try to stay away. Because what if the mosquito has West Nile and then bites somebody with the COVID? Then that's double whammy.
yeah. I just
Scary. Because when I get bit, my bites swell.
same with my cousin. You and my cousin are the same. I remember that when yeah, I think she's allergic to bites too. It gets ridiculously big when she gets.
Yeah, big and like feverish, and it hurts.
My God, sweets, I can't. What is going on with the world right now? But before that, how are you? Despite
Despite all that,
yeah,
I'm better. I mean, my breakdown a
we.
few weeks back, my little rant on our text.
You want to talk about it? You want to share it?
What can I say? I mean, there's just so much going on in the world right now,
Yeah.
and I personally don't like conflict, so I try to avoid it at all costs. Um, but with all the news going around in the world with the COVID and now the protests and the riots and all that, it took a lot from me emotionally. So I had a breakdown a few weeks back, right when I guess the protests were starting to happen, because we had already been in shelter for the COVID thing for weeks on end. I think it was a month and a half, um, indoors, not being able to see friends, family, my nieces. That was the longest period of time. I mean, we couldn't go see each other and not to hug them. It was really hard.
Must
So my heart was heavy.
oh God, I can't. That must be hard for them too, huh?
Yeah, I think it was a big adjustment for them because it was the end of the school year, you know, and they couldn't see their friends, and everybody's daily life just changed. It was hard. It's still hard. So at first I was like checking Instagram, and how it is. Somebody gets a hold of some meme or just the same story over and over again. Oh, girl, the one thing that really got to me was like seeing George Floyd, the video just replayed over and over and over again. Still hurts. You can hear my voice. Um, it was hard for me to see it, like, on the news. I mean, when it first happened, okay, I get it. It's shocking, right? So, of course, you're going to see it that whole day, maybe the day after. But even still, now it's still there. They still show it, and it just reopens the wound. I can only imagine, you know, how I'm feeling. And then I can't even tell you. I don't know how for his family to see it over and over again. I just It's too much. So I tried to stay off social media. And even the news, I tried to stop watching it because that on top of everything else that was happening, it was too much for me to take. So I went into my own world, my own fantasy to regroup my thoughts and my heart.
I got so worried with my African American black friends family out there because it's not something common for Filipinos to see those because
Right.
Filipinos have their own world. I'm gonna get a hate about this, but I really don't care. I had to post that. They're like, enough is enough. I've seen in the news like so many violence against black people, and I got so worried. I really had to text most of my friends, super close African American friends, like I'm worried about you guys. I'm sorry to put this on you, but it's not that I'm only thinking about you guys because it happened, but it really triggered me now that this is not funny. This is happening. That racism against black people is real, man.
Hmm. You know me, I had to check on Miss Leo because with the shelter in place and all that. But she's been at home. If she's not at home, she's at work. So I checked on her. I still check on her.
And yeah, hands down to Miss L. Shout out to Miss L. I'm not gonna edit this, but her field of work is dangerous still.
Yeah, yeah, and she works night shifts.
Exactly. So we'll probably not probably we'll definitely do a group interview with the rest of the gang. UK. The next one actually I'm planning to do like the group, including you guys, Carmen and everybody, like mixed generation and mixed skin colors about the issue right now. We really need to talk about it, especially with Filipinos. Like I told you, sweet. It's some Filipinos just have that no care attitude.
Yeah,
Yeah, which is sad, but you do you. But we're just vocal. It's out there. Other than that, sweet, what you been up to?
eating and sleeping, um, staring at the living room that needs to be cleaned up. You were here. When was that? When we got together here? I don't know. Before
Was
the new year?
Oh my god, that was the last time I was in your house. That's really.
I think so.
And
Yeah, I think so. So whatever you saw in the living room, that's still there. But that needs that's what
uh,
I stare at. And I need to do more than just stare at it. I just don't know where to start. And the sad thing is that it's all my stuff.
do you mind me asking, sweet, what's in those boxes?
What about them?
What's in the what's inside the
Oh,
box?
um, s- I- mm, a bunch of stuff. I just probably stuff. I know it's stuff I don't need because if it's been in there for that long, um, I don't really need it. So, but I'm sure there's stuff there that I do need and I just forgot about. I mean, there's electronics like little. There's what do you call those things? Like the dot, right? Echo dot. Is that what it's called?
Mhm.
But the round one with the monitor on it, right? So there's two of those there. I could use that, but it's in one of those boxes, and then just an accumulation of stuff over the years. So like some of those bins were under my bed because my bed is raised, right? Um, I don't know, books, magazines. I don't need the magazines. I'm sure I've gotten rid of some of the magazines already, but there's more now. I mean, not more, but there's still some left. There's just a lot of stuff.
Dead. Which is okay, sweetheart. Is you're just okay. You just stare at them. Just play music in the background next.
There's always music. If there's not music, then there's the TV that's on in the background that's in the other room. I mean, my sister Char's been busy sewing masks, so she has that to keep her busy. I don't really have anything. I like there's probably scrapbook stuff over there in those bins also that I used to do, but I mean there's no room to do the scrapbooking. I need to pull everything out. I really need to get rid of stuff.
Mm, it'll come to you. I mean, we get old. We all of us get those moments. Like, should I do it? Maybe tomorrow, the day after, a week after.
It's like this is the perfect time to do it because I don't have anything. I don't know. I just no motivation for it.
Yeah. No, I don't blame you. I can't wrap my head around with what's going on right now. Honestly, I look like I'm fine. We had this text conversation about last week how we broke down both of us. It's yeah. I don't know. I'm glad. I'm thankful. I still wake up every day, but you go out there. It's a different world. It's a mad world.
It is different. And then, I mean, in the beginning, you know how they were strongly recommending, right, that you wear masks. My opinion is that they should have made it mandatory from the get-go. That way, because now it's mandatory, at least here in San Diego. Um, and now you have people upset because they're making it mandatory. Well, what do you want? You know, when they were strongly recommending it, you didn't follow, or some people didn't follow. So now they're making it mandatory. You can't be upset with them. I mean, it's for everyone's safety, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
But when you go outside, like, well, now there's more cars in the road, but there didn't used to be a whole lot of it was like ghost town.
Mhm.
And then just to go in the store and the rest, I haven't even been to inside the restaurant. But when you go to the store just to see all the plexiglass everywhere, it's so different.
It is so different. Oh god, I kind of miss when COVID was just first starting because the freeways were empty. You saw my video real quick of
Yeah.
that. Oh god, that was awesome. And now I pass by. Where did I pass by earlier? Sunset Boulevard, one of the roads towards the Hollywood. It's busy. The restaurants are open again. They're not even social distancing. I'm not gonna throw them under the bus because I remember the restaurant name, but
No,
still,
but yeah,
like
I mean, how, like, I still felt like when they started opening, I understand that we can't have everything shut down for longer because I mean, our economy it needs to thrive, right? And how's it going to thrive if nothing starts to open? But when everything started opening, it's like I feel like everybody just felt, or it looked to me like everybody was just like, oh, there's no more COVID. So, you know, everybody just got so laxed. That's why I personally don't feel safe going inside the restaurant yet. I want to wait a little longer. I don't longer, but it's hard to keep the social distancing because if we can't do it for ourselves, I mean, can you imagine working for the restaurant and you having to tell that person, sorry, sir, ma'am, I need you to like, you know, keep your distance, spread apart, and then they get yelled at? I couldn't, I don't know how they do it.
one other thing, I heard it somewhere else. I just can't remember. They tell people to wear their masks, but once they sit down at the restaurant, they'll
They
take it off
take it
anyway.
off.
So what's the yeah?
Yeah. So, I mean, that's why for me personally, I'm going to wait. It's too soon for me to go in the restaurant. And oh my gosh, I like, one of my friends, um, I think it was last weekend when, when the restaurants opened up, she was out Friday night, and good for her. I mean, she's not scared. I mean, her and her little girls, she has two girls, are about the same age as my nieces, um, from middle school and just starting high school, maybe. They were out doing their thing and celebrating, just the three of them. And then the following day, she was out with her boyfriend, and she was out all day, different restaurants, having oysters, having cocktails. I'm like, you go, but I'm like, I can't do it. I'm too scared.
That's well, yeah, good for her that she's not scared, but yeah, just extra precautions. I mean, I'm like that too, because one thing that I can't, maybe she's such a foodie, one thing that I can't give up, and you guys know this, is the dancing. So I always still go to the studio, but she opened again her studio regular class on Monday. So I told Yolanda, I was like, because she has a limit of 10 people, I was like, just text me if you're short with people. I'll give others a chance to book first, and then I'll just join if there's only 9 or 8 people, less than 10 people.
Uh-huh.
But it's weird. I can't. Weird. Super weird.
It makes me happy to see when you do your when you're dancing and you post your videos and stuff. I was like, oh, did Sky go to class? Let's see what she did this time.
Thank you.
Like, so I live vicariously through my friends like you that go out there and do their thing still. Um, I'm just trying to be extra cautious for myself because, my parents are still in the Philippines. They should have been here last month, but they're still not here.
How are the parentals back home, by the way?
Health wise, they're good. I think dad was feeling sick, mom said, like last month. So we were all concerned about it. And they weren't going to the hospital to go get it checked out. But he's okay now. I think he doesn't have a cold. Um, but he fell. He's had two falls this month.
Oh my God.
I think the first fall was a couple weeks back. Um, he was napping in the hammock outside, and when he got out of the hammock, that's when he fell. So I think it was just a balance issue, and luckily it wasn't a hard fall. And then the second fall happened last week. I don't know. I haven't talked to them, so I don't know where he fell from or what, but I know his knee is scraped. So I want them back here so bad, just because if they do have a fall or something happens, the care that they could get here at the hospital is so much better than where they're at.
Yeah, for sure.
Sorry, I know I talk too much, like long-winded.
So this is the point of the podcast. It's unscripted. I'm gonna kill you. We can talk. And I just hope they can get back soon. But it will be so scary to fly too. Like, girl, even before COVID, like planes and airports, they're probably dirty as hell.
I know. Well, in the beginning, when they started shutting down the flights or limiting the flights, so the airports were not busy, right? They had a good amount of time to clean it, so that's a good thing. But I noticed, there's more traffic in the airport area, so people are starting to venture out,
Really,
right?
that's. I would love to, cause I bet the tickets will be cheaper.
Oh, like what was it? One of my friends sent me Southwest was doing a round trip airfare for Hawaii. Hawaii, $291, I think it was.
Out of here.
No, like for real, round trip. I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to go.
Mm-mm.
But, you know, if there wasn't the COVID or the quarantine happening, I probably would have jumped on it because I don't have anything else to do right now and I could go. But
Yeah.
But if you go to Hawaii, yeah, it's a great deal. But then once you land there, you're in quarantine for 14 days. So there goes your trip. You wouldn't be able to do anything.
Same I heard in the Philippines. If we fly to Philippines right now, yeah, they'll quarantine you for 14 days.
Yeah. So, I mean, can't go anywhere still.
That's crazy. But speaking of travels, I mentioned earlier we have traveled so many times already. What's your
Um,
favorite one by far?
that we've gone to?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's hard. But I think my favorite probably had to be can't see shit. Um,
Exactly what my answer is.
the glass our glass beach adventure. I think that was my favorite. Um,
Yeah.
it might have been because it was our first. That was our first one, right?
Was it?
Our
I
first, our first, our first long trip, like a weekend, right?
Oh
Not
yeah.
not the day trips. Um, yeah, that was my favorite because we didn't even see it in the daylight.
Oh my
Um,
God.
but that was so much fun. I think just the road trip itself was
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah. We were crazy. We were insane for doing that in a day or in 2 days. We're
Two
crazy.
days, 2 days, one night, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
We
that was nuts. It should have been a longer trip, but
yeah. Yeah.
I'll take it. That was one of the funnest trips I've ever taken just because we had so much fun.
Yeah, I'll insert a picture. I know because it's in my Facebook. I'll insert a picture somewhere up here when we
Like, what do you do?
no when I edit it, I'll put a picture up here so people can see shit when we got there. We got there like night, but it was worth it. It's super worth it. That was hella fun. I can't.
Yeah.
I still.
We laughed so much on that trip. I can't even,
My
my
God,
stomach hurt.
I think it's all the recordings, like the updates. Oh God, the scary part. I don't know if
Oh,
you remember.
yeah.
Girl, I can't. Yeah, there were just so many mysteries on that from that trip. But yeah, next time, next time we're not driving back and forth. We're definitely gonna stay up there.
And that's my whole thing with that group, with our group like that. We can't do like those trips, uh, turn around the next day. That's like, we drove, I don't even know, it had to have been like 12 hours straight that we drove, right? Before
I
we
like,
settled down on that one, just a hotel room just to lie down for a few hours.
'cause, yeah, we were so tired already. Or else we would have tried it one in one shot. We were like crazy. We
That's
were we
Val
were
and Kate style. I'm like, I can't do it like that anymore.
oh God, I can't do.
But
But
it's
no,
funny.
peeps watching Glass Beach all the way in. Where is it at again? All the way up north.
All the way up north, past Fresno,
Yeah, past San Francisco. That's where we got stuck. Expect that
San
traffic.
Francisco, the traffic. Yeah.
Yeah, we got stuck there for a long time. We got there. We were so excited. It's pitch black.
Well, and we left at nighttime.
Yeah, we ate dinner. Remember on this dark alley, we just found this restaurant. We ate there and drove back.
Oh my gosh, I can't even. Where did we eat that first night?
It's either in my Facebook or my Instagram. I still have it. Where aside from Hawaii with the group, where would you wanna go next?
With the group? I want to go somewhere. Well, I want to go somewhere tropical and just kick back. Have a little Mai Tai here, toes in the sand. Um,
Girl,
just, you know. somewhere tropical, not not somewhere cold. I want to enjoy the sun and the water and the sand with some nature around. Um, yeah.
Where would that be aside from Hawaii?
God, there's tons of places in Maui. I mean, not just a
Oh,
honeymoon destination, but
yeah.
I'd like to go. Then my next time in Hawaii, I'd like to go island hopping
Hey.
because I've seen Maui. I've only seen Maui in Hawaii. That's it. But I know there's tons of other islands. There's what, five other islands there? Uh, I
I have no. I
there's
haven't been.
like okay, wait. So there's Maui, Oahu, Kauai. I don't know. There's another one, isn't there? Or is there just three? I don't know. But there's other islands. So I do want to see the big island. I want
Yeah.
to visit Pearl Harbor
Oh, for sure.
in Oahu. Um, so yeah. Well, it doesn't have to be Hawaii. I mean, it could be what? Thailand, Bora Bora, something.
Bora Bora.
Ibiza.
Yeah, we have to save for that. I texted Kate actually. Was it last week? I was asking her if she's still gonna move in Seattle
Oh yeah. Well,
because
she
of
should
the
have already moved if she was going to do that, right?
right. So I don't know. I forgot her text. Maybe she's waiting. She's waiting until this COVID dies again. But
But she's still planning to go, right?
yeah, you won't. You can't stop that chick. That's like one in a
That's her
lifetime.
thing. Yeah.
We've known her. She's been wanting to move to Seattle even before she got this work, and then suddenly her job has a branch there. Shout
Yeah.
out to Kate. I'm hoping you'll.
Hi, Kate. Yeah,
Hi, Kate.
that's her. That she will be in her world, her surroundings that she loves. The
Yeah,
tree
yeah.
and cold weather and the rain.
I know. I'm so happy for her. That dork.
I'm
Um,
excited because it gives us another place to go to.
I love Seattle. When I took my cousins, they freaking loved it.
I loved my visit to my cousin when we went.
Oh, you have a cousin there?
Hmm
Okay.
They're in Port Orchard.
Oh, where is that at?
Well, you have to from let's see, from Seattle you have to take the ferry out to Bremerton, and then
Ooh,
Port
those.
Orchard is around there. Yeah.
Okay.
So they're not in the city. They're outside of the,
Yeah,
but it,
that's where I think that's where it's more beautiful outside Seattle.
oh yeah.
Here.
It's like the woods are right there in their backyard.
Oh,
And it's in their
girl.
backyard,
My God. Kate. Watch, Kate will make friends with your cousin. I mean, why not?
right?
Working. In your opinion, Sweets, I know we don't get to talk every day too. You guys know I'm like super guilty when it comes to texting right away. What the hell are you banging in there?
I just threw something on the table in the corner. Sorry. I didn't know it was gonna make that much of a noise.
It sounded like you swatted a fucking mosquito.
No, there's no mosquitoes in my room.
Oh my God, you're so funny. You good?
Yeah, I'm good.
I was gonna ask you, Sweets. Oh, what was I gonna? I got distracted again. Oh, you know how I'm super guilty of not responding right away. I'm so sorry. I don't know how you guys what you call it, keep up with my shit, but I appreciate you guys. I respond whenever I can.
I'm the same. I don't always respond right away either.
Yeah, you do. I think it's mostly you who responds right away. It takes
Me?
days from you guys. Yeah.
I don't know. I think because sometimes when Kate, Val, you, and me are in some text of some sort, sometimes I'm the last one to respond, like the next day.
Really? No, I would think
I
no.
feel like it.
I'm always the last. It's my award. I'm just kidding. Fight over who's the last person to text. You're so cute. No, what was I gonna say? What do you think makes our friendship work, sweets, even though we don't talk every day?
Mutual respect and trust and loyalty, laughter, love. Oh my gosh, it's just all encompassing. I don't have like a huge group of friends, so um, I maybe have you guys,
Mm-hmm.
you, Kate, Val, and then there's Jeannie and Ms. Leo. That's my tribe, if you want to call it that.
Yeah.
But um, you guys are the ones I hold close to my heart, and it's just because it seems like no matter how long there is of a span between us that we don't see each other in person, it's like we pick up right where we left off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just easy. And there's no, hold back on anything. Just whatever comes to mind, you just spit it out.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No.
It's super easy, and there's just so much love between all of us. So all of that makes it work.
I think yeah, the smaller the tribe, the better. Now, especially nowadays, I
Oh
feel you on
yeah.
that. I was gonna ask you, what are you doing to keep your sanity? But
Oh,
go.
binge watching.
What are you
binge
binge watching?
binge watching um a series and stuff. Yeah, movies. Just I don't know. Although there's not a whole lot of movies that I've really watched to keep myself sane, but as of late, I've binge watched a few things on Netflix.
You're Netflix and chilling.
Yes, chilling too much. Oh my gosh, I one of my project managers from work had called me yesterday to check in on me, right? So that was nice that they still think of me and they were checking in. Um, but we were talking about, you know, food and what we've been up to also. But I told him, I said, oh my God, Ramon, I said, I have not tried on a pair of pants, zip up pants with a button since
Mm.
this COVID thing happened. And I'm afraid. I'm scared as fuck to try on a zip up pair of pants because,
So dark.
oh no, seriously, the midsection. I mean,
Girl, don't even get started with me. If you feel it, imagine me when I'm dancing. It's fucking horrible because I could feel it and I could see it in the mirror. I could. It's dancing with me too. Stop it right now.
I can't.
It's my curves. I like my curves. I don't care what you say, but
I love your
it's
curves too.
dang. I can.
I can't
Thanks.
whistle. Don't ask me to.
Try. I want to see you try.
No. No, I can't. I can't whistle.
You are so cute. Oh my
Nothing but
god.
air comes out.
You're so cute. All right, a few more topics left, and I'll let you go. Um, we're gonna get a bit serious right now. I know we touched
Uh-oh.
a little bit earlier. I know, but you know how we mentioned like the Filipino American needs to say something more about the
Mm-hmm.
current events.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think it is, Sweets, or what do you think Filipino Americans or Filipinos can do to help? In your opinion, in your honest opinion.
I honestly don't know what to say to change it. And I'm speaking of not our generation or the millennials, right? Because they know what needs to be changed and how to do it. What I think of when you ask me that is the generation of our parents. Because I think that's where any kind of prejudices against the Black people are so prevalent still. Um, Anywhere from us, like me or my sister, perfect example, marrying a Black person, and their views on it. It's just so, it's wrong. And I don't know why or where that comes from. Um, I don't know what to say to them, to specifically my parents, to change their views, you know? Um, like they're better than. I know a shit ton of Filipinos that are fucking lazy or not worth two shits. And I can't say that of any Black person that I know, you know? They're more they're more educated, they're more some of the Black people. I mean, I think it's not even a race thing. I think it's just everybody is there's education. Anybody can get an education, right? It's just what you push yourself to do,
Mm-hmm.
what you want. It's
Yeah.
it's your ambition, and that goes for anybody. But my parents' views, they just don't see that that's in anyone that's Black. You know, I mean, I don't even know how to describe it. It's just so hard. You know what I'm talking about, though, right?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, I don't know because I mean, they're fine. They're fine with Miss Leo, but what makes Miss Leo stand out for them that they can't bring over to anyone else that's not Miss Leo? You know, it's hard. It's hard for me to describe or to
Yeah.
explain the way they think, and I don't know how to change it. So I mean, all I can do is be me and not put blinders on when it comes
Mm.
to people.
Yeah.
And if my parents or anybody for that matter say something derogatory, or if you want to racist, right? All I can do is tell them it's not right and maybe suggest that this is probably a better way that you could go about it, a better way to say something to someone. But I feel like you definitely need to speak up. But again, I don't like confrontation. So for me, I would probably be choosy, right? With who I say it to. But if I were to see somebody on, say we're just walking in the grocery store, out of nowhere, somebody walks up to somebody and starts saying shit to them. If I feel that I can help by getting in between somebody to take them out of danger, like say a Black kid, then I will do that, right? If I don't put myself in danger also, because I don't know. I mean, that's all you can do is just do the best you can and help where you can. It's hard. It's scary. I'm scared all the way around.
Yeah, I could feel every single freaking word that you said, sweet. It hurts to my soul, especially for me, such a English is my second language. I want to say more, but I just don't know anymore the right things to say. Like it's if you say something right, people will react. If you say wrong, people will blow up. I mean,
You
what
don't
the fuck,
say anything, somebody
girl?
can get upset at you. So it's hard. So that's why I said, like, if you feel like you should say something and it won't put you in harm's way, then you definitely should,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because I think that's your responsibility. Um, but just to just to say something and get in the middle of something you know you can't control, you really need to think if that's something you want to you need to think if that's danger, the kind of danger that
Yeah.
you can put yourself in,
And
because then
I've been
it won't help anybody if you get hurt and that person gets hurt.
God
I don't know, it's so hard.
talking to friends like who's just talk to them, educating yourself. Like when I was in the Philippines, this racism didn't exist until I moved here. I didn't realize the weight of it not until I moved here. So it was just surprising, very very surprised. A lot of things changed when I'm posting something about the BLM movement or the Black Lives Matter and all that. No one, like no one.
Responded. I posted a few things, and my sister's been posting, although I don't know what she's been posting lately because I've been trying to stay off of it. But
Yeah,
when we were first posting things, when the protests first started happening, my mom sent us messages on Messenger, right? Because that's our number one way to connect,
same.
telling us, please stop posting things because she was afraid that we were putting ourselves in trouble, right? But our response to her was, Mom, this is something that, this is what we can do to help, is not ignore it and at least acknowledge that it's happening and we do need to do something. But, I was assuring her for myself that, although I'm doing this because I feel that's right, I'm not putting myself in harm's way. So she didn't need to worry about that. But at the same time, I told her, I said, it's not something that I'm not going to talk about or acknowledge because we need to. I mean, the time is now.
Mhm.
It's already been, like, what was it?
God.
It's
Yeah, that was
years.
Juneteenth. Yeah, when it ended, it should have ended there. That's why we're still celebrating that anniversary, and that's huge. The Juneteenth, where the slavery ended.
Hmm.
Apparently and obviously, and I'm sorry to say that it's not, especially here in United States. That's fucking real, man. But yeah, you mentioned something huge, sweets, like acknowledging that it's happening. That's fucking huge, man. I don't know. Yeah, I'm just worried about my friends, my good friends out there. Worry for everybody. And one thing, actually, this is what I want to say. Just because they say Black Lives Matter, they don't mean other lives don't matter. It's just
Right.
address that the Black lives are in danger everywhere.
Yeah. Hmm.
Because
Because I feel like the Black lives are the ones that they're the ones getting hurt
oh
continually over and over and over again. And nothing's changed,
yeah, I
you
just
know?
I just
And
hate
I feel like
thing.
he's had a way of bringing out the worst,
Mm-hmm.
you know? I don't know what else to say about him. I actually, I fucking really don't want to say anything about him because I don't want to give him more power.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, you're right. We can only do our part, our own part. Talking to friends, spreading kindness to everybody. But yeah, it's definitely. I just hate when people post about hashtag All Lives Matter. Like it's not because of that. You know.
No, it's not. Black Lives Matter. The hashtag Black Lives Matter is not to discredit anybody else outside of Black. It's just that they're the ones that have been suffering, even though laws were passed. I mean, it's since that law you know, came into to be, and it's just nothing's coming back for them.
Right.
And they're the ones that the news people. I don't, I mean, the news, they have guidelines that they have to follow and all that stuff. Maybe it's ratings, you don't know, but it just seems like whatever they choose to show on the news, it hurts the Black people, and they're not the only ones that do crime or,
Right?
you know what I mean?
Yeah, really good. Nailed it. So it's really good point. But
But that's the only kind of crime that we see that's on the news, really.
exactly. So like I said, education. It's the best. You talk to someone who's Black or African American. That's your best bet before posting something negative about the BLM movement. Yeah, ask someone. Ask us. I was gonna ask you Doc's question now. What was it? I forgot.
I don't know. What was her question?
Random question for my random guest was I can't see. I can see actually for people who don't know that was our hashtag to our what was that the
Glass
glass.
beach trip.
Yeah, because yeah, when we got there, literally, and it was kind of winter still. It's super cold. It was pitch
It was
black.
cold. It was windy. There
So we
were
said,
bugs in the sand that I could feel, but we
yeah,
couldn't see shit.
said we can hashtag we can see shit. Oh, before that question, sweets, I always want to ask this all of my guests this. Do you have any message to your younger self?
Oh, I have so many messages to my younger self.
Spill it.
You know, how I don't want to say I have regrets, but if I could speak to my younger self now, I think I would say listen to your parents, go to school, concentrate on school. Um, Nothing else. Go to school, finish, and then go about your life. Because when you're young, school and that discipline seems so hard for me. School and discipline seems so hard, and I felt like everybody else was living their life, so I wanted to. So I was working and going wherever, doing whatever. But then the older I got, the harder it was to do school for me. So yeah, my younger self, listen to your parents about go to school, concentrate, finish, then do what you want. Um, and the other thing is don't be scared, live your life, right? Because there's so much to do. And I always find myself holding myself back at work, regardless of what it is. Um, Work, school, going back to school, going take tests, and traveling and love.
Well, yeah, knowing you for so many years, yeah, amongst the four of us, your trait is yeah, probably holding back all the time.
Yeah,
It's
what is it called? Carpe diem, seize the day, right? I need to do more of that.
never too late, sweet. Never too late.
No, it's never too late. It's a work in progress still for me.
About school too, you guys know I didn't finish too. A lot of people probably don't know that I didn't finish too. But I know every time I go back, I took a lot of classes in Miramar when I was back there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just couldn't find the motivation. I don't know what it is. I'm not the smartest kid, so oh god, probably I'm one of
Stop
those
it.
C. Not sweets. As my classmates, I'm not. And a lot of people don't know this. I'm not the smartest. I would hopefully none of my teachers will watch this ever. I'm probably one of those people who would cheat in exams to pass. Yeah,
Hey, I
I'm not.
won't lie. I've done that before too.
I'm honest. I told you guys this podcast is like full on honestly, but yeah, I'm just not a school kid. I would get in trouble all the time with my mom when she was alive because my grades were failing.
See, I mean, I think for me, when I was younger, I did not have the discipline for school. Um, I just, I don't know if it was my learning, I guess. I just didn't know how to comprehend what
Hmm.
was coming in and how to apply that to my studying, and then God forbid there was a test. I hate tests. I fucking hate tests, okay? Um,
Or who
that's
likes?
like the worst for me, which is
I
why I
can't.
still haven't taken the NCLEX. That's on my seize the day thing. Um, but yeah, but now that I'm older, I mean, when I went to nursing school, I loved the learning. I didn't like the test still, but the learning part was easier. I think it's because I liked what I was learning. I think that's the key. Whatever you do, you have to like it, love it, even.
Yeah,
Um,
I guess. I mean, if there's course about aside from culinary, just eating food and dancing, dude, I would I would nail that.
can I join?
We'll put up a school with just something about your husband. Everybody will pass, I betcha. No, God, yeah. Especially nowadays, schools are freaking expensive too. I can't.
It is expensive. Do you think they're ever going to do? There's always talk about it, but there's always talk about uh, those coming out of high school being able to go to college for free, right? They were talking about that
Hmm.
just not too long ago, Congress. They're never going to pass it, but why does it always have to be for those just graduating? Why can't it apply to other people? Like, why does it have to be the 18-year-old that gets the free stuff?
You
See,
okay?
if I had finished school when my parents said to finish, I think I think the units per class was $11 per unit, I think.
Yeah,
Maybe even
exactly.
less than that. I don't know, but yeah.
But all right, sweets. Last two questions. I'll let you go. This is so much fun. I can't. You're so cute. So, Doc Michaela's question last week. I'm lagging on my podcast recently because there's just so many going on. There's so many current events going on. Her question was, "What makes you the happiest, and what is your flow?"
Let's go with the first one.
Okay.
What makes me happy? Hearts make me happy. What makes me really happy? My nieces. My nieces, my godchild. Godchildren. Um, because, I don't have any of my own and I'm not going to. So they are my world. And when I can't see them, it's really hard. So when I do see them, after this whole COVID thing is over, they're going to kill me, but they're going to all be smothered in hugs and I'm not going to let them go and kisses. But that I think is what really makes me happy. Outside of them, my close friends and family, my immediate family, my sisters, my parents. Yeah, that's what makes me really happy.
What else? Other, not involving people, like inner happiness.
Inner happiness. I don't know how to answer that.
Okay. I know you're gonna kill me. Of
I'm gonna
your,
kill you for what?
if I answer that question for you, what
Oh,
makes you the
answer it, please.
you want me to answer it? No, I think oh shit. Oh.
What are
I
you doing?
my god, I always either I drop something or I always spill a drink. I always freaking drop all this table next to me. Oh my god, it has a frame, my Starbucks coffee. Okay. There's a plant. Shoot. Fuck. I dropped the stones. You wanna cheers? Cheers.
What?
Um
There.
oh.
What? Get it right.
I'm so damn here.
Your cheers there.
Oh my god. What makes you the happiest, sweets? Not involving people. Just when you can go out. Like when I don't know, there's just something about you when we kidnap you when I was still in San
Get
Diego.
away.
When we can
Yeah.
go out, they're just your smiles are like up to here. And of course, I would bleep his name. Of course, Perry.
Let me tell you. Yeah.
Spill.
I love him
I know you do.
more than words can say, but I just have not brought myself to fill it with him, bring it up, like sit down and actually talk about us. We talk about everything in the world other than besides us.
Are you scared?
Am I scared? Yeah, I'm scared. Fuck yeah, I'm scared of what he'll say because I honestly think that there could be more for us. And I think it would be good because nothing's changed from the time that you met him and you saw what it was like between us. It's not changed, but we just have not sat and had that conversation. Honest, if I'm being honest, I'm waiting for him to bring it
Yeah.
up, but I know that it's not going to happen. So it's something that I need to bring up, but I'm fucking scared to do it because of what he might say. And I don't want to hear the just friends from him because I want more. I just don't know if he does. That's all. For now, and I don't know how long, we'll just enjoy each other's company when we can, continue to have fun. Meanwhile, I'm just longing for more.
Yeah. You've got to be one of the most patient people I've ever known in my life. But I
Thank you.
yeah, as long as you're happy, sweet. It's, we keep telling you this. In the end, at the end of the day, you make the decision. We just don't want you to get hurt, and I completely 1,000% understand. Scared. It's who wouldn't? I would be too. If I'm okay with that situation, either I'll take that risk of losing the most special person in my life, or just live the moment. You do use sweets, but like we said, we freaking love you to death, and we just don't want you to get hurt because you're one of the most adorable people in this world. You deserve to be happy. I
Thank
mean it.
you.
I mean it.
Thanks.
I'm same. You know me. Because a lot of people think that I'm not dating and all that. But yeah, it's taking my time too. It's, but for you, you found your heart. If you stick with it, you fight for him. You've been fighting for him for years, honestly. But maybe time will
Inwardly
come.
fighting, right? Not outwardly. I guess.
But
That's hard though. I mean, I know he knows how I felt because we did have the conversation years ago. Well, I mean, it's not that long. Well, 5 years is long, right? It's been five
I,
years. We did have the conversation, and we both agreed at that time that to keep it the way it was better for everybody around. But now I'm like, who the fuck cares? We're older. His kids are older. His kids love me. His ex-wife is remarried, so who fucking cares, right?
I
Um,
know.
the next step is just me, I guess. I mean, it's in the end, it's gonna have to come from me. If it's me who wants more, and I just need to know, and that's just one day it'll come out. I don't know when, but one day it'll come out because I will have had enough. I mean, there's one thing that scares me in life is to be alone. I've had many years by myself now to learn to do things on my own. So I've gone out to eat by myself. I mean, actually in a restaurant, sit at a table, have a coffee, have a croissant by myself. And I'm okay with it. It's actually nice to eat with yourself, have your thoughts, and look around and see the people in your surroundings, maybe even eavesdrop on a conversation behind you, right? Um, there's some fun in that. And then being able to go where you want and do what you want, even if it's at the grocery store and not having to rush, right? Because if you're with somebody, you can't take your time. Um, so, and going to the movies by myself, I've done that and I'm fine with it. Actually, some of the movies I prefer to be by myself so I can concentrate and see what's happening. But when I talk about being alone, not having children of my own, it'd be nice to have a companion. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that I want to get remarried, but I'm also not throwing that out. I mean, if it happens, it happens. But having a companion to do things with, go places with, in the long run, you know what I mean? When you're older and retired, I think there's some comfort for me knowing that there's somebody to come home to and lay your head with, you know?
Mhm.
That's all.
Oh yeah.
Miss Carmen
I
knows about that too. When she does her Reiki on me, she always says, don't be scared. You're not going to be alone.
yeah.
But it's always here.
Yeah. I don't think you'll be alone. I am certified gonna be my hashtag single forever. Like
Whatever. Shut up.
be alone. I'm with Carmen on that one. You're not gonna be alone. Like I said, you're freaking adorable. I just give Carmen your information. She'll make your what you call it, the profile online.
Oh, yeah, right? Because I can't do that myself. No way.
I can't either. What you call it? No, we'll send it straight to Barry. But all right, sweets. Thank you so much. I want to keep going. There's so much. I can't even talk. So much stuff. So
So much shit.
much shit that we can talk about. I'll have you again for sure with the rest of the girls because I don't think they would wanna do it by themselves. I can only could totally. But last thing, my sweets, do you have any random question for the next person? I don't even know who it will be. I have a long ass list.
Oh, gosh. Um, question. I don't have any life changing
Just
questions.
random, just random, like what you wanna know from someone out there, from a random person.
I guess it's a random question, but not really random. But I'm interested to see what the answer would be. What's the best way to approach a friend to tell them how you feel? That's my question.
Oh my god, that's awesome. I do have a random question. What the hell is this, man? You didn't tell me this is hanging the whole time.
I've
The
seen
fuck
that
is?
before. I just figured it was like an antenna or something.
No, it's not fucking shit. It's
That's been there.
I can hear. It's disgusting. Look at that. My headset is deteriorating. Like God. Anyways, let me put it back on. I can't hear you. I can't hear shit. Thank you so much, sweet. This means a lot to me. You know that. I appreciate you. You're,
I
s-
appreciate you too. I
yo,
love you.
I love you back. You guys know that for sure. One of my treasured friends. We can talk about this later. I mean, this one will probably tear up next time. But yeah, we've had so much shit together already. I'm just grateful you guys put up with me all the time. And
Yeah,
yeah.
same here.
What do you mean? I'm like the troublemaker of the group all the fucking time.
No,
But
no.
that's what our friendship makes interesting. There's so much going on, up and downs. Through
Yes.
thick, really definition of through thick and thin. But all right, sweet. Thank you. And like I
Thank
said,
you.
let me stop the recording. Do you have something else to say to the people out there before I stop the recording?
Um, no, I think I said a lot. Enough.
Oh, telling you,
Till
we can
next
go like
time.
last message to the people out there. Yeah, trust me, no one watches this. Maybe just 20 views in YouTube. I haven't even checked actually, but do you have any message to the peeps out there?
Be patient with each other. The world is changing. The world is not what it was. And I have a feeling it's not going to go back to the way it was. Some of the things shouldn't go back to the way it was. But for at least the remainder of the year, the world's going to be different. So have patience, be kind to one another.
I don't get. I'm not even gonna say it, but I'll say it anyways. I don't get why other people. Why is it so hard for other people to be kind,
I don't know.
right? I don't know. Hate me. I don't care. Block me. Report me. I'm just kidding. Yeah. Thank you. Let me just stop the recording before I cut you out too. Thanks, guys, for watching. Bye.